A lot of people talk about change, but when it really hits, when life starts demanding a different version of you, that's when they freeze. They hold on to comfort like it's a life raft when really it's what's keeping them from swimming. You can't grow and stay the same. You can't chase your future while protecting your past. Growth don't come wrapped in peace and predictability. It comes through pressure, through loss, through discomfort that makes you question everything you thought you were. See, comfort's a trap. It's that soft space that keeps you from moving forward. It whispers, you're good right here. Even when you know you outgrown that space. It's like wearing shoes that used to fit you. You still trying to walk in them, but they tight now, they hurt. That pain you feel ain't punishment, it's your body, your soul trying to tell you it's time to level up. You ever notice how when you start evolving, everything around you gets uncomfortable? People start acting funny, energy shifts. Things you used to love don't hit the same. That's not life turning on you, that's alignment. The universe stripping away everything that don't fit your next chapter. And it hurts because you built identity in those things. That old job, that friend group, that version of you that was just trying to make it through the day. But now you ain't surviving no more. You're supposed to be thriving. You got to stop worshiping your comfort zone. It gave you stability when you needed it, but it's not your home anymore. The streets taught me early, staying still too long will cost you your spot. The same way in life, if you're too comfortable, you're slipping. Comfort don't bring growth, it brings decay. Everything that grows through struggle. A seed gotta break open to become a plant. A caterpillar gotta dissolve to become a butterfly. There's no evolution without destruction. And a lot of people ain't ready for that. They wanna evolve, but they don't wanna sacrifice. They wanna shine, but they don't wanna burn. But the truth is, elevation demands everything. It wants your ego, your old habits, your fears, your excuses. It wants the version of you that keeps saying, maybe later, because later never comes. Comfort got you thinking you got time, but time ain't loyal. You either move or you get moved on. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you delay your blessing. You delay your potential. You say to the universe, I'm good staying small, but small don't suit you no more. You were built for more, for depth, for power, for purpose. And that only comes when you walk away from the familiar. When I was building myself, I had to get real about what comfort was costing me. Comfort was the people who only wanted to see me where they met me. Comfort was routines that made me feel busy, but not productive. Comfort was fear disguised as peace. I had to lose it all to learn that the pain of growth is cleaner than the pain of regret. You have to start asking yourself, am I staying here because it's serving me or because it's safe? Because safety ain't always success. Sometimes it's just fear with good PR. Growth gonna test your patience, your pride, your persistence. But once you start evolving, once you start breaking those old patterns, you'll realize everything you thought you were losing was just weight you didn't need for the climb. You gotta be willing to be uncomfortable long enough to become unstoppable. Stop chasing validation. Stop chasing easy. The people who really changed their lives are the ones who looked at their comfort zone and said, I can't stay here no more. They walked away scared, broke, confused, but they walked anyway because they understood growth never feels good at first, but it always feels right in the end. Evolution don't happen in peace. It happens in pressure. So if life got you feeling stressed, uneasy, out of place, don't fight it. That's your old self dying off. That's your next level loading. You ain't supposed to feel comfortable right now. You're supposed to feel ready because every step you take away from comfort is a step closer to the person you were meant to become. Keep moving, keep evolving. The marathon continues. Pain is the realest teacher you'll ever have. It don't come with comfort, it don't come with applause. It comes silent, but it speaks loud. Every time you feel that ache in your soul, that confusion, that pressure that makes you want to break down, that's not the end. That's the in-between. That's the space where your old life starts fading and your new life starts forming. You just caught in the middle of the shift. See, pain ain't punishment, it's communication. It's life telling you, this version of you can't make it to the next level. It's your spirit shedding what don't belong no more. But we take pain personal. We think something wrong with us. We run from it, numb it, ignore it, when really we're supposed to listen to it. Because pain only shows up when growth's in motion. It's the pressure of transformation. Think about it. When a seed turns into a tree, it cracks open. When you're working out, your muscles tear before they grow stronger. Everything that evolves must break first. That's the law. So when your life starts shaking, when things start falling apart, when the people you thought would stay start walking away, that's not chaos. That's construction. The foundation's shifting so something greater can stand on it. We live in a world where people are scared of pain. They want change without challenge. They want strength without struggle. But that's not how life works. Pain is the tax you pay for elevation. It's proof that you're stretching beyond who you used to be. And yeah, it's heavy sometimes. Some nights you don't even recognize yourself. You question your path, your purpose, your peace. But those are the moments that build you. Those are the nights that shape your foundation. See, it's easy to smile when everything's good. It's easy to stay focused when everything's flowing. But who are you when everything stops making sense? Who are you when you lose what you thought you needed? That's when your real character steps in. Pain strips away the mask. It shows you the truth. It reveals your weakness and your strength in the same breath. I learned that when you stop fighting pain, it starts teaching you. Every heartbreak, every setback, every loss, it all got a message in it. Pain don't just break you, it builds you if you let it, but you gotta stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to show me? Because nothing changes until you change the way you see it. When you start understanding that pain is part of the process, you stop taking it so personal. You stop thinking the world against you. You realize it's all part of the same grind. It's the universe upgrading you. You're just going through the download. And like any upgrade, the system got to shut down for a while. You lose connections, you slow down, you feel off. But when you come back online, you're operating on a whole new level. Sometimes pain is just your old self screaming as it dies off. It's the resistance between who you are and who you become. And that's why it hurts so much. You're trying to hold on and move forward at the same time. You can't do both. You either evolve or you stay stuck in the memory of who you used to be. The more you resist the change, the more it hurts. But the second you surrender, the second you let go, that's when peace starts sliding back in. Pain humbles you. It makes you grateful. It teaches you empathy. It forces you to slow down and listen to yourself. You start realizing that every time you thought life was breaking you, it's actually breaking open something inside you that needed light. You needed to feel that loss to appreciate what's real. You needed that failure to find your focus. You needed that heartbreak to remember your worth. So next time you feel that pain creeping in, don't panic. Don't rush to fix it. Sit with it. Let it speak, because that's transition. That's the bridge between chapters. You're not falling apart, you folding. And when the dust settles, you look back and realize that everything that hurt you actually helped you. It pushed you closer to your truth, your strength, your purpose. So don't curse the pain. Thank it. It's a sign you're still alive, still growing, still in motion. And motion means you ain't done yet. You're evolving, you're shifting, you're becoming everything you were meant to be. The pain just the proof that the process is working. Keep pushing through it. Your next level is waiting on the other side. The marathon continues. There comes a time when you gotta stop being loyal to the version of yourself that no longer fits your future. You can't hold on to the person you were and still become the person you're meant to be. That old identity, the one built from pain, survival, and fear, served its purpose, but it can't take you any further. You keep trying to carry it with you, but that weight's the reason you can't rise. Sometimes the hardest part of growth ain't learning new things, it's unlearning the old ones. You spent years building an identity just to make it through. You created habits, walls, and beliefs that kept you safe. But once you start healing, once you start growing, you realize safety ain't the goal anymore. Freedom is. And freedom means letting go of who you thought you were. It means facing the truth that not everything you build in your past belongs in your future. That version of you was a product of survival, but you ain't just surviving anymore. You learning how to live. The problem is the old identity feels familiar. It's like home, even when it's a toxic. You know how to look, the moving it, the patterns, the reactions, the people. It gives you comfort even when it keeps you stuck. But comfort don't equal peace. Comfort just means you stop growing. You can't evolve if you keep defending your limitation. You can't step into greatness if you keep protecting your wound. When you start detaching, it's lonely at first because that old identity is connected to people who only knew that version of you. The moment you start changing, they start questioning you. You're different now. You're acting brand new. Yeah, you are. You're supposed to. You work too hard to stay the same. If your growth makes people uncomfortable, that's just proof you're moving. You outgrew the environment that created the old you. Don't apologize for that. You got to understand, identity ain't something you find, it's something you create. Every day you either building a new one or repeating the old one. The old identity will try to pull you back, whispering doubts in your ear. It'll say, you can't do this, you're not ready, you don't deserve that. But that's not your truth, that's your trauma talking. And you can't let your trauma make your decisions anymore. When you start detaching, you won't feel resistance, not just from the world, but from yourself. You'll question if you're doing the right thing. You'll feel lost because the old map don't match the new territory. But that confusion is sacred. That's the space where your new identity starts to form. You gotta let yourself be in that in-between. Don't rush it. Don't run back to who you were just because it feels familiar. Sit in the discomfort until the new version of you starts speaking louder than the old one. This process ain't about pretending your past didn't happen. It's about not letting it define you anymore. It's about forgiving yourself for who you had to be when you didn't know better. You might have been angry, reckless, numb, but that was survival. Now you know better. Now you got awareness, vision, wisdom. You owe it to yourself to build from that, not from what broke you. Detachment don't mean disrespect. It means boundaries. It means honoring the person you're becoming more than the one you used to be. It means not showing up in places that drain your energy, not proving your worth to people who can't see it, and not speaking the language of a mindset you've already outgrown. You ever notice how when you try to hold on to everything, your hand's too full to grab anything new? That's what happens when you refuse to let go of the old you. You block your blessings trying to protect your history. The truth is, the old you already did its job. You don't owe it a resurrection. You owe yourself evolution. So stop mourning the version of you that can't come with you. Stop explaining your growth to people committed to misunderstanding you. The ones who are meant to be in your next chapter will adjust to your new frequency. The rest will fade naturally, and that's okay. Everything that leaves when you elevate was never meant to stay. This is the part of the marathon where you shed, the part where silence gets louder, but clarity gets stronger. You're not losing yourself, you're meeting yourself, you're meeting yourself, you're meeting yourself, you're meeting who you were before the world told you who to be. And once you detach from that old identity, you realize how powerful you always were underneath all that noise. So let go. Trust the process. You don't need to save the old you just need to step fully into the new one. Because the moment you do, life starts responding different. Opportunity starts showing up. Peace starts feeling natural. And you finally see that every version of you, even the broken one, was just preparing you for this one. Keep walking. Keep evolving. The marathon continues. The real ones know. This ain't a sprint, it's a marathon. Life ain't about who moved the fastest, it's about who stayed consistent when the hype fades. Everybody loved the idea of success till they realize how long it really takes. The grind look good from the outside, but when you live in it, it's lonely, it's heavy, it's slow. That's where most people quit. But that's also where the ones built for it get stronger. You gotta train your mind for the long run because nothing great happens overnight. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. Building a legacy takes time. The problem is most people want microwave results from an oven process. They want glory without grind, status without struggle. But the marathon mentality ain't about shortcuts. It's about discipline. It's about showing up when nobody clapping, when nobody noticing, when you doubting yourself but still doing the work anyway. See, a lot of people think consistency is easy. It's not. Consistency means waking up every day and choosing purpose over pleasure. It means staying focused. When distractions come, dress like opportunities. It means working while others rest, believing while others doubt, and investing in yourself when nobody else does. That's the mentality. That's the difference between dreamers and doers. Every step you take in the marathon matters, even when it feels small. Some days you're gonna move inches. Some days you're gonna leap miles, but forward is forward. The marathon don't care about speed, it cares about stamina. It's about staying in the game long enough to outlast your fears, outlast your competition, and outlast your own excuses. Because truth is, the race is only against you. When you're living with this mentality, patience becomes your weapon. You stop rushing your journey. You stop comparing your lane to somebody else's highlight reel. You realize your timing is divine. Every delay, every detour, every moment of struggle is building something inside you that fast success could never give you. You learn to respect the process even when it's painful because the process is what makes the victory real. The marathon mentality means embracing the grind, not just the goal. It's about understanding that every setback is still part of the forward motion. You might trip, you might fall, you might lose people along the way, but that's part of it. You can't reach new levels without losing what don't belong there. That pain, that loss, that pressure, it's not there to break you, it's there to shape you. You gotta move like you're already chosen. Even when life don't look like your vision yet, act like it's already yours. Keep your head down, keep your heart pure, and keep your hustle steady. Because one day, The world gonna catch up to what you already knew. One day they gonna see why you stayed focused when everything around you was falling apart. The marathon mentality also means knowing when to rest, not quit. Too many people confuse being tired with being done. Now take a breath, recover, but never stop. Because once you stop, you lose rhythm. You lose the momentum that was carrying you. Even when it's slow, keep going. That slow motion is still motion. There will be seasons where it feels like nothing's working. You put in effort, but the results ain't showing. That's when your faith gotta speak louder than your fear. Because unseen progress is still progress. The roots grow before the flower shows. You just can't see it yet, but one day, all that unseen work gonna bloom loud. The marathon mentality is a lifestyle. It's the decision to keep showing up no matter how you feel, to keep your integrity solid no matter who watching, to keep investing in your vision like it already paid off, and most importantly, to never let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. You gotta understand, greatness is a slow build, brick by brick, step by step. And the ones who win in the long run ain't always the ones who had the loudest start. It's the ones who never stopped, the ones who stayed true to the mission when nobody believed, the ones who kept faith in the dark. So whatever lane you in, remember this, don't rush it, don't skip the struggle, embrace it. The journey is shaping you for what you asked for. The grind don't stop because it's hard, it stops when you do. Keep your pace, protect your energy, move with purpose. Because when you live with that mentality, every loss becomes a lesson. Every delay becomes direction. And every finish line just opens a new race. You don't run for the moment, you run for the legacy. And when you move like that, you realize this ain't about proving something to the world. It's about proving something to yourself. The race is long, but the reward is real. Keep running, the marathon continues. Becoming your future self ain't some overnight flip. It's a process, a grind, a daily decision to stop being who you were and start being who you're supposed to be. It's uncomfortable because you fight in your own patterns, your own thoughts, your own habits. You're trying to become somebody you've never been before while living in the same environment that created the old you. That's the battle most people lose. They want to upgrade but don't want to delete the old software. See, your future self already exists. It's that voice inside you that keep whispering you meant for more. It's a vision that won't leave your mind, the dream that won't let you sleep. But you can't meet that version of you by staying loyal to your old ways. You gotta start showing up different even when it don't feel natural yet. That's what transformation really is. Practicing the new you until it becomes real. Most people think becoming your future self is about achieving goals, but it's deeper than that. It's about alignment. It's about moving in a way that matches the person you say you want to be. You say you want peace, but you entertain chaos. You say you want success, but you procrastinate. You say you want love, but you keep chasing what hurts you. That's the gap. That's where the work lives. Your future self can't meet you there until your actions match your intention. You got to be honest with yourself, brutally honest. You got change don't happen through pretending. It happens through awareness. You can't heal what you keep hiding. You can't become something new while defending what's old. So you got to face your patterns, your fears, your distractions. You got to ask yourself, what am I doing daily that keeps me tied to who I used to be? And then be real enough to cut it loose. Becoming your future self is about discipline. Every time you choose consistency over comfort, you build that version of you. Every time you say no to what don't serve you, you get closer to the life you keep visualizing. It's not about big leaps, it's about small decisions repeated every day until they turn into a lifestyle. That's how you shift timelines, not by wishing, but by moving. It's lonely at first, because not everybody gonna understand. The people who still see you as your past self gonna feel threatened by your evolution. They'll say you changed like it's a bad thing, but that's just their reflection. They see in you what they scared to face in themselves. You can't let that noise slow you down. Growth don't ask for permission. It just demands commitment. And let me tell you, becoming your future self requires sacrifice. You're gonna have to let go of people, habits, and environments that don't match your vibration anymore. You can't build the next level while hanging on to the comfort of the last one. You gotta stop chasing validation and start chasing vision. Because your future self don't care about who likes you, it cares about who you becoming. Every decision you make is a vote for the person you're turning into. If you keep doing what your old self would do, you keep getting what your old self got. But the moment you start asking, what would my higher self do in this situation? That's when you start shifting reality. That's when things start aligning.